I'm Courtney and I'm blind. I just made a really good TikTok and it didn't work because I'm blind and I didn't know that it wasn't recording. I kept. If you've been there, you've been there. I grew up in a world not really understanding why I couldn't keep up with people because I was born visually impaired and my blindness was either like an inspiration or it was minimalized to society. And it got my nervous system out of whack and got me very dysregulated, and I've had a lot of issues my whole life with shutting down and people pleasing and apologizing and over explaining and not really understanding where that was coming from. And I thought everybody else was like this, not knowing that that was actually my trauma and the shit that I went through, and that not everyone is like this. And so I formed the belief that I wasn't enough and that I didn't matter and I didn't have confidence. And it wasn't until I started questioning everything that I was groomed to believe when I was in my 30s, well, is this real? And so here I am, and I'm creating the Aligned Rebel Method, and it's my process of what I've lived through and what I've done to make it to the other side. And I do have confidence and self-worth and self-esteem now. And I do know that I am worthy of all these good things in my life, but I didn't, because it's just not your fault. The way that your nervous system forms when you are a kid with a disability, because the world doesn't know how to hold emotions or hold what you're going through. And so if people aren't able to hold what you're going through, well, then you just aren't safe, and you learn to just literally survive and be in your survival mode and learn to be in these survival states, because you never feel safe around people because everybody is so disconnected. And so this is what the Aligned Rebel is for. It's for the people who want to rise but have never had a chance or had the shit end of the stick because the things that have happened to them in their life, and just not understanding why they can't hold a job, they can't have a good relationship, they can't, they try so hard but never, nothing ever works out for them. It's your nervous system, and this is why I created the Aligned Rebel. It's for those who want to rise, for those who are the rebels, the soul-led rebels who want to rise and want to be badass, because they are badass, but they had shitty things happen, and what they don't realize is that trauma formed them and is causing all these problems in their life. And so the Aligned Rebel is my method and what I did to make it to the other side despite my circumstances. Besides being a blind girl, okay, I have 25% remaining of my vision, okay? Out of a total of 100, I have 25% of, I see a fourth of what, most people see. And with all of this shit that's been thrown at me from society with beliefs and, just judgment and everything, I have surpassed and removed all the blocks and fought all the fucking hurdles. And here I am. And I'm great. I'm happy. I have peace within. I have emotional freedom. I'm extremely resilient. I have confidence. I have self-esteem. I have self-worth. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm a fucking cool person. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I deserve good things. I want to be rich. I'm going to be rich. I want to have my little staycations in hotels every 2 to 3 months, okay? And I made it. I fucking made it, and I can't believe I did. A blind girl making it, and feeling good about herself and confident and having self-worth and self-esteem, and still able to make money and have love and joy, all these things. You can too, is my whole point. If you've had the shit end of the stick, whatever you've been through, you can too. But you have to rise. And rising is going to require you to take my course, to learn how to be emotionally free, which leads to success. Your internal world reflects what's going on in the external world. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio to sign up for the Aligned Rebel. I think that it's going to be coming out next week. I'm finishing tying up all the loose ends right now and working on my worksheets, just finishing it. And yeah, it's going to be out next week. So if you are interested in the Aligned Rebel, you're sick of shit, you're ready to fucking rise because you're a rebel and you're a badass and you deserve to rise, but the cards weren't really dealt that great to you, you still can. Okay, that's what I'm here to help you do. So I love you guys.